Taylor Swift put pressure on inflation in the UK. Taylor Swift has put pressure on inflation in the UK due to the sky-high ticket prices for her record-breaking Eras Tour. The pop star's Eras Tour is set to return to Wembley Stadium for 5 nights in August, having hit venues in Edinburgh, Liverpool, Cardiff, and London in June. Prince William and his 2 children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, were one of a number of famous faces that flocked to the gigs, which saw 640,000 tickets sold. But Swift's arena tour could have had a heavy influence on UK inflation in June, leaving the Bank of England facing a dilemma this summer. Services inflation, which looks only at service-related categories such as hospitality, culture, and housing, could drop to 5.6% from 5.7% in May as it continues its slow descent toward target levels, a senior economist told The Telegraph. But this drop could be affected by one-off pressures, including live music price rises driven by Swift's tour. Predictions by Sanjay Raja of Deutsche Bank show that live music inflation could nearly double to around 10% in June from 5.7% in May. According to research carried out by Barclays last month, fans will each spend nearly £850 attending one of her 15 concerts in the UK this summer. The Bank of England has stressed that services inflation and rising wages are said to be the 2 main factors impacting wider inflation. Inflation returned to the bank's 2% target in May, and next week fresh economic data will shed more light on the country's financial situation. It followed 3 years of above-target inflation, thanks largely to food prices rising at a much slower rate than before, In June, economists are expecting the rate of consumer prices index inflation to have stayed at or close to 2%. Many in the industry will also have their eyes on the new labor market data, which is released on Thursday, to see how fast averages wages are rising in the UK, especially after the national minimum wage rose in April. The bank's governor, Andrew Bailey, said it decided to hold interest rates at 5.25% for now last month because it needed to be sure that inflation will stay low.